I'm Christopher, and this is another episode of Take 5 where we talk about a topic and break it down into 5 parts. And today's topic is going to be how to make the most out of remote work. So the first thing I'll talk about is your office space. Make sure you've got a optimal space. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but when you do spend that kind of money, some businesses will augment that. They'll pay for a little bit of it. In the case of Rooted, we actually do pay for the ring lights for folks to do the remote meetings. We pay for monitor stands and LG monitors so that they can pivot and move this around. We pay for standing desks so that way it's ergonomic and the desk goes up and down if they want to stand up during the day. And we pay for really nice premium chairs because when you're doing the kind of work that we do, whether it be video editing or remote support, we are sitting down a really long time. So we buy special chairs that actually can go low and high to sort of rise and fall with the desk. Another big thing is we put a premium on our shelf space. I make sure that my whole environment is set up where things can be stored easily. It feels like an open space even though it's not very big. So for me, the first thing is make sure that your desk space and your office space in general are set aside if possible and really is optimal to do whatever kind of work so that you're not hunched over or you're not standing all day long and you can really feel comfortable when you're doing that work for long periods of time at your house. The second thing I would say is, and this comes straight from my wife, I walk the yard. So every now and then I take a moment to breathe. She taught me this during the pandemic because we were both home, school shut down. I went from traveling 45 weeks a year to being home 24/7. And this was very different for me. So, as I would be doing all of my remote engagements, sitting in my office kind of claustrophobic, there would be a momentary break. And what she taught me to do was to walk around our yard. Now, we love to garden and we have a pretty nice backyard and green space there. But of course, not everyone has that. But you can take moments to breathe in a lot of different ways. And one of which is just to walk around your block or walk around your neighborhood, or if you're in an apartment complex, walk around your apartment complex. But just take a moment to breathe, step away from what you're doing, step away from your activities, and make sure that you are just enjoying the world as it is, because often with our digital age, we can just get really stressed and claustrophobic and it feels like the world is kind of crashing down, and taking that moment to breathe can make a world of difference. The third thing I would say that is really important if you are doing remote work and primarily working from home, meal plan. It's really easy to put on weight when all you're doing is sitting at home. So be intentional about your meals. What's great about being home 24/7 is you're gonna not have to pay for gas and you're not gonna have to worry about going out to eat for lunch. So you can really spend your dollars on food that's healthy and makes you feel good. That's a really important piece here. Make sure you're creating an overall work environment where you feel good, which, there's a lot of sense of isolation and disconnection. But if you really build yourself a positive routine with eating and the things that you're taking in, that's really gonna make a world of difference for your mental health, your emotional health, and ultimately your work productivity. The fourth thing I would say that is important when you're doing remote work is to break the routine. Now, I know it's good to have some good routines at home with taking a break and breathing and eating and all this other stuff, but every now and then go head off to the coffee shop or the tea shop or just a place that's beautiful and hopefully connected to Wi-Fi. Now with iPad and so many devices with hotspots, you literally can work from anywhere that there's a connection to internet. Truth be told, I was in Tanzania, Africa, and I was continuing to do work while I was in or on safari. So literally across the world, still able to be connected and do the kind of work that I do every single day thanks to the internet. So find places that are new, different, and thought-provoking and intriguing and inspiring to do some of your work. I'll give you one example. One of my guys who does remote work all the time asked me, he's like, hey, listen, we had an opportunity to go on vacation to Disney World and they're paying for 2 weeks. I mean, I'm not going to go on vacation until the second week, but I want to join my family. Can I go? And I was like, does the hotel have internet? He's like, yeah, cool. You're going to be doing your work with a better view. He was present with family. He was there enjoying a lot of the evening activities, but still able to be highly productive throughout the week. That's what's great about remote work. You can change your scenery at any time and still get your job done. The fifth thing that I would say about remote work is this. It's important to have a social life. When you're working at home or you're working within an office like I do for the majority of my career, and especially in these later years as we've moved away from on-premise teaching to remote delivery with things like Zoom, make sure that you are connecting with people. It's really easy to feel like you're away from everything. Even though you're surrounded by people in a neighborhood, you can feel all alone. So take time to go and intentionally break away and spend time with people. Do lunch. Do evening activities to make sure you're getting those emotional connection. It's very easy to let the strong emotions of just really depression, especially this time of year, specifically creep in. So be around people, be near people. If you're a people person, that's easy to do. If you're an introvert like me, that's a little bit tough to do, but being around people can really encourage you, keep your head in the right place, and make you feel connected even though you're not working in a traditional office space. Anyway, that's it for this episode of Take 5. We hope you liked it. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Crush the subscribe button. It helps our channel immensely when you do that. And hit the notification bell to stay up to date with all the series that we're doing across our different playlists. Anyway, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoy it. See you later.